On the last episode, we defeated the first Warden, the first of the Lords of the Fallen. Welcome to another episode of Pixel Dwellers. Today we are moving on to boss number 2, that is the Commander.
What was that? One of those lords Kaslo keeps talking about.
Indeed it was, Harkin. We also discover our first bit of what I'm calling Lord Loot. Every time you slay a Lord, they're going to drop an item for you. This time the first Warden drops Persistence, a great sword. Maybe we'll use it in the future, maybe we'll find something better. A little bit more of the tutorial will happen after the first Warden. You're going to learn how to surprise and backstab, and that's going to be great for this game. You can do it to most enemies, and it'll make fights a lot easier when you pull it off. Also, when we work our way down to the next area, we're going to find out a little bit more about the Lords in these journal entries.
Soon after banishing the god, the three men that were known as the Judges parted ways forever. Apart from their common goal, they were very different in every possible way. 3 statues were built for them on the square of the Judges, displaying the distinct paths they had taken. These statues hold a secret, as if it were their heart, but it is retained by the stone. Only the Shard of Heroes could make that heart beat, and only an unearthly force could tear it out.
So what this Shard of Heroes is, we do not know yet. Maybe the longer we play, the more we'll discover. But until then, we're going to battle our way down these stairs and make it to the next level and learn more about the Lords.
What exactly were the Lords? They wielded power beyond our understanding. They fought fiercely and they blindly followed the god. Anyone who tried to talk to them, reason with them, failed. The Lords did not come for discussion. They came to serve their purpose. To lead the Rogar army against the humans.
So we're getting some pretty good world building through these journals and the environments. And here's the second one we come to, the Snowy Gates. It's quite beautiful. We also discover another type of enemy, and I'm going to call these guys the Rogar Assassins, because they're faster than anything we've fought in so far, and they can really surprise you the first time you meet them. But they're not too hard. If you just wait for them to attack, they're going to expose their weak points, and you can get an easy backstab, or just beat them with whatever weapon you're carrying on hand. So on both sides of this watchtower, we're going to have levers here, and they're going to open up the gates to continue through this area, and we're going to meet a pretty interesting NPC besides Kaslo, of course.
You help me, please.
What happened to your hand?
Spider venom. It burns like Adir himself touched it.
Rip the wound and suck the poison out.
Too late. It already spread.
There's only one way to stop the venom. Separate the poisoned limb from the body.
Harkin does not mess around. One thing I forgot to show you guys is that whenever you defeat a Lord, a portal will open up in their area. So here, after we defeated the first Warden, this portal will open up. Most of the times it'll be a combat area, like a challenge of some sort, but in this case it is just 3 chests with some pretty good loot inside and a new shield for us. So after that, we're going to continue along this wall and clear out this area and try to find the next Lord. On this wall, we also are going to find the first set of heavy armor called Symmetry. And I don't think I'm going to use heavy armor in this playthrough. I'll stick to medium, but it is still cool to see and mess around with. So we're going to make our way through the rest of this area now. Further along in this area, we're going to find another item, and that's going to be our gauntlet. Now, this is going to be used for projectiles and will come in very handy later on in the game or throughout the game. And I love the way the art looks for it. It looks like an old demon skull. Pretty cool if you ask me. When we get on the other side of the wall, we're going to meet another NPC.
Where is it?
Where is what?
Back off! This doesn't concern you.
Whatever you want. You won't get an answer from a dead man.
Seems it's your lucky day, altar boy.
What was that about?
They're liars, and worse besides. Not only did they steal my family valuables, but they've hidden the pathway.
Pathway?
A door to places otherwise unreachable. Places that hold secrets, and secrets hold power. I was on my way there when the Rogar appeared out of nowhere.
Why are you so sure it's still here?
It's in the Book of Lineage, and the book does not lie.
You sure those friars stole from you? I've always taken them for bookworms, not lifters.
Don't be a fool. The men in here are just as twisted and corrupt as the people outside. I bet Antanas, this savior, allows it. They've bled the villagers dry over the years. They think people forget that the truth gets buried with the bodies they helped create. But they're wrong. I know what they did.
This is a monastery. No women allowed.
No criminals allowed either, but here you are. If it's to be an inquisition, tell me about that constellation on your ugly face. I thought not. Let's both keep our secrets.
I must go.
Suit yourself.
So we're going to pick up this other item here, which will be a ring, and then go beyond the gate where Yetka will lock us in, and we will confront the commander. So wielding an impressive sword and tower shield, the commander is going to have 4 phases just like the first warden, and once you get him down through one of his phases, he will drop into this defensive stance and you will not be able to hurt him, and you're going to learn why he's named the commander, as soldiers for him come out and you're going to have to do battle. If you take too long, the commander will wake up and come and join the fight, so you have to be pretty swift. The commander will have a little trick for you when you get him down to half health. He will again go into his defensive stance, and you'll be waiting for his soldier now, and you're like, come at me, right? And then you see from behind you a shadow on the floor, and oh no, there are 2. The original Rogar and the assassin Rogar are together, and it makes this fight a little bit more interesting. So there you go, you see him coming out, and even in his second to last phase, he's going to start getting more aggressive with these large arc-like attacks. You will have to dodge them and be pretty good with your timing. And I may suggest here, like I do in this video, to use the new gauntlet and take out his soldiers from a range while you're dodging his attacks. Also, use what you've learned before earlier in this level. Things like the backstab will make this fight a lot easier because you'll be able to kill his soldiers much more efficiently and won't have to worry about him waking up while you still have soldiers that you have to deal with. So keep dodging his AoE attacks and his big swipe attacks, and eventually you'll find an opening to land the killing blow. Although stressful, if you can deal with the soldiers fast, the commander is easily defeated, though I have a feeling that the third lord is going to be a tad bit more difficult. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more, and I appreciate all the support. I'll see you guys in the next video.